Hey everybody, Eddie Blow It. So here's my bets that I made. So I did my 3 championship bet. I had Oklahoma City Thunder to win the NBA, which was like minus 600 or something. I don't even know if it was that crazy.
700, I think.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I parlayed 3, and I have the Thunder, Arkansas Razorbacks to win baseball, and the Chicago Cubs to win the World Series. I bet $150 for a payout of $10,971.
I love those.
So
Wait, I thought you were doing the Cowboys.
no, I never said the Cowboys. I did it last year. I'd bet that by itself independently. So yeah, Thunder, Arkansas baseball, and Chicago Cubs. And will I cash out if it gets closer to the postseason and I've hit the first 2? Possibly.
My wife always says, it's just $150. Let it ride.
Yeah. So I also bet.
She's never said that.
No, but my number is always $1. So
Oh,
she's like,
okay,
it's just
okay.
$1. Let it ride.
Yeah, but it's not just $1 if you can cash out for $300.
That's what I say.
My second bet that I made was just on Arkansas to win the College World Series. They're at plus 380. They're number 2. I bet $1,000 on them. It's basically $5,000 if they win.
It's nice.
So I do have my Razorback baseball jersey on. This is the literal team jersey.
That's a cool jersey.
I think I took it from. I think they gave. I don't know. I think they gave it to me to wear because it was one of the actual jerseys. Look, it's got the.
Yeah, it looks.
No, it's legit.
No, it's a literal game jersey.
And you have the
SEC.
SEC patch on it.
Yeah, I think they gave it to me to wear to something one time, and I just never gave it back. Because I was putting it on this morning and thinking to myself, how do I have this? Because it's a legit jersey.
Mhm.
And I think I just never gave it back.
That's awesome.
Is that Velcro?
Well, so it buttons, but it also has a Velcro spot in the middle for the top part of it.
Oh.
Hey,
fancy.
or is that for the what the Astros have? Do they have something
Oh
in
my
there?
God.
For the communication device. Yes. So those are my bets. So go Thunder, game 1 tonight.
Game one tonight.
Yeah.
Go Razorbacks, which I believe game 1 is tonight. They play Tennessee and Arkansas, best of 3 series, super regional. And let's go Cubs. They were 16 over last time I looked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think they're the best record in the last, beginning of May or something like that.
totally unexpected. Yeah, it's awesome. Pete Crow Armstrong is amazing.
Are you truly enjoying it? Because I know with baseball, you're like, oh, great month. And you're like, but there's
no.
That's how I look at things with baseball.
I'm enjoying it, and I watch sections of a lot of games. I won't even say most games, but I'm enjoying it. But man, it's May, June. It's hard.
It's hard.
One, I've been let down so many times in my life in so many ways. I've also been let down so many times by the Cubs. And also baseball, not always indicative of how it's going to end, how it's going to start, because that body is so big. It's 162 games.
Yeah.
Do you have the extra innings pass?
I'm glad you asked. I have a Major League Sunday ticket.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the name I was looking for.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do.
It sounded real.
I have all of those. So there's that. So if we're starting there, I do want to mention a couple personal things. One, our guy Reid got married last night.
Hey.
And we're all here now.
Reid.
We're all in Oregon. We
Yeah.
flew up,
Yes,
surprised them.
It was beautiful.
It was awesome. And so we're doing the show from Oregon.
In the
and
forest.
It was scenic. We're talking into limbs right now.
Yes.
These aren't even microphones.
Mm-hmm. I think, there's some weird animals out here.
Yeah. We did not go. I do feel a little guilty.
For not being there?
Yeah.
Sure. I
It
did
looked
too.
beautiful.
I did too a little bit.
Wait, you saw pictures of it?
I saw a picture. Yeah. On check out Reid's Instagram.
I saw it leading up to it. I didn't see a picture of the wedding.
I saw one
Also,
maybe
I
a
fell
half
asleep.
hour ago with Reid and
Oh, it's a-
Maddie
it's a new
on the
one?
dance floor.
Oh,
and it's like, we
no.
finally did it.
No, we finally did it.
Yeah, just like that.
I see one of Reid at Reid Yarberry. It says last night before forever,
Yes,
Okay.
that's the one with him and his fiance.
but that's the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I got it mixed
Maybe
up.
it's a story. Hold on. I'm on his feed.
Yeah, I think it's on a
It's
story.
a story. yeah.
Loading the Yarberries. Oh, that's Reid saying him and her are going to get married, but it's four dudes. Like
Next
all
one.
those dudes getting married. It's all those groomsmen.
That's Stone and
Oh, and they are.
Dawson.
They're hugging. It says long time coming, and they're hugging
Yeah, that's the one I'm
at the altar. Did they not kiss? They need a year in before they get the first kiss, or what? Dang.
See, dude.
Crazy.
I think today they fly off for their honeymoon. Should we just try to call them just to see?
Yeah.
Or should we just let him live?
No,
Is
call
that,
him.
Hold on. Is that smoke on
That's
the
what
ground?
I'm saying. Yeah, it looks like almost smoke on the water.
Wow.
He'll be so happy to see the call.
I
That
see
is
a video of them dancing. There's a lot of smoke.
There's I don't see a video of them dancing.
I tapped into the person who he reposted
Oh.
and watched his story.
Got
And there's
it.
a video of them dancing.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, let's FaceTime him. See if he answers.
That's so awesome.
He may be on a plane.
Smoke on the wall.
The problem with FaceTiming is I gotta hold the phone so close to my face.
Why?
Well, it's gotta be near a microphone.
The struggle is real. What if they're honeymooning?
Mm.
I mean,
Right now,
well, you never know, dude.
at noon, the day after.
Yeah,
Day after.
Here's the thing
honeymooning
about getting married. You're tired.
after everything.
Yeah,
Especially all that travel
it's
they did.
exhausting. Yeah, just to get out to the wedding.
Yeah,
Dude, that smoke on the ground looks awesome.
it does look cool.
Until we learn.
You've reached Reid.
Until we learn something caught on fire.
That's what the fuck.
Hey, buddy.
Congratulations, man.
Congrats,
Yeah,
bud.
Reid.
We drove around forever trying to find the venue last night. Just
We still can't find it.
help. Help.
We're looking for smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Okay. So no Reid. Okay, well, we can call new Reid.
What's new, Reid?
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. That's funny.
He's Reid Jr. on my phone, actually. It's pretty
Brandon's supposed to be here, but Brandon hit us up. I was like, I gotta go to the emergency room. So
Is that what he said? I didn't see that
the
part.
last text was. Let's see if he answers.
Oh, Brandon.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so you're on right now. Just so you know, you're on. You're being recorded.
Okay. Okay.
What happened?
So, I was heading in to iHeart, and I was kind of like moaning. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, my head was hurting. I was just like, dude, I don't even know if I need to like stop and go to the bathroom or something. So I pull into the parking garage, and literally the first spot I see, I just whip in there. I open the door and I just throw up like 7 times.
Ooh.
And
And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get out of these restricted spots. It's probably like Mr. iHeart himself.
Oh, Reid's calling. Gotta hang up.
Oh,
Hold on. Here he is.
Oh yeah, baby.
Wow, we just hung up. On somebody for you.
We
were
did.
doing an interview with somebody else, and we literally bailed on them to talk to you.
See, that's why I love you guys, man.
Wow. Wow, tell us
Come
about
on.
it. Tell us about the wedding.
Oh, dude, I may be a little biased, but it was like the most beautiful wedding I've ever seen or been to or been a part of.
Good answer. It's the only one you've been a part of. Good answer.
It's the only one I've been a part of, but it was immaculate, dude. The weather was perfect. The only thing that was a little iffy was like taking photos and stuff down on the beach. Dude, that sand and wind like will get in every part of your body.
Oh, not cold. You mean like in your cracks?
No, I mean it was cold, but also in your crack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it was intense.
did everybody make it there that was trying to make it there?
Yeah, everyone made it there. Everyone's on time. My freaking parents drove an RV and somehow made it. One of Maddie's cousins, like he drove like a old RV van and he broke down in Wyoming, but he got picked up and made it. his van is still in Wyoming somewhere.
Oh,
What?
my
So,
Really?
But
That's-
he made it.
Wow.
I love that.
So what time did the wedding start?
4:30 is when it started.
And then, so you got married. How quick was the actual wedding ceremony?
It was about 30 minutes.
And
it
did you-
wasn't bad.
Did you do your own vows?
We didn't do our own vows. I said a prayer, which that was like the only thing I was nervous about.
But that's
Like
kind of
everything else.
that's kind of your own vow, to be honest. If you're saying a
Yeah.
prayer, that's things that you were wanting to say. Like that's guided by your brain, your heart, your feelings. I would
For
say
sure.
that that's kind of a vow.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like the morning of the wedding, like my 2 groomsmen and like her friends and stuff went out to eat. And I went down to the beach and, got a little Jesus in and was thinking about what I'm going to say and all that. So it turned out amazing.
And so you
It
have
was
the
wonderful.
ceremony, then you do a reception. How far was the reception from where the ceremony was?
Everything was like
like 2 to 3 minutes away from each other. But it's just
Perfect.
it's like driving down hills and going across and then up another hill and then you're at another spot. So
And what did you guys
was
do
wonderful,
for
man.
entertainment there?
we had a DJ. We had let's see, what do we have? We had a DJ. We had like 14 send-offs. I don't know why you need that many send-offs, but
I don't know what that means.
like the send-offs where you're like you're going through the tunnel and everyone's like, yay,
They throw
whatever,
flowers and
like
stuff.
saying bye.
How'd you have 14?
Yeah.
Well, we did a send-off to go take sunset photos, and then we did another send-off coming back.
That's like welcome back. That's not a send off. That's a come back.
Welcome back. Yeah,
The
welcome
send
back.
off of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
send off. Yeah.
Did we do an actual send-off too?
No, we just left.
Oh, there's
Okay,
the bride.
no, we just actually left
Oh,
after
there
that.
she is.
But
There's
we had-
Uh,
there's Miss Yarberry.
There she is.
Yay!
There's Bobby.
He's in
Bobby
trouble.
and the gang.
He's in trouble.
Already.
Hey, welcome to Married Live, buddy.
I can't wait, man. I love it.
So wait, what's the deal? Now, are you guys on the way somewhere?
Yeah, so we're packing up. We're back at where her parents are staying, and we're kind of reevaluating luggage. And then we've got 5-hour drive back to Portland. We're gonna drop the marriage license off, the tux off, all that stuff, and then we fly out at like 9:50.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
How long is the flight?
It's like 6. No, it's like 5.5 hours. We fly from Portland to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte to St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
That long Portland to East Coast?
Mm.
That's a long one.
Hey,
That's-
Reid.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Oh yeah, Maddie also said it's Dr. Yarberry, by the way.
Oh, Dr.
Oh.
Yarberry.
Hey, what's Doc? Hey, it's Dr. Bones too. Then I ain't getting called that. if we're enforcing that rule. That good point. Good point. Eddie, what?
Reid, in St. Lucia, are you getting one of those little rooms on the water?
Oh, like the little like hut thing?
Yeah.
It's not like that. It is beach. It is beachfront though, so it is one that you can step outside and you're on the beach.
That's awesome.
Okay,
Got a
well,
little private butler. It's freaking
Private butler.
fancy.
we will let you get back to being married. We did not think you would answer. Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, one more question about the smoke. What was the smoke on the ground, dude? That looked amazing.
Dude, that was insane. He was like back there like just hitting stuff with his feet, making it all go.
Hmm?
It was nuts.
He's
We
like,
got
that was
every-
insane. There was a short, and then all of a sudden,
Trying to put out the fire.
we knew we had 30 seconds before the extinguisher.
Literally, dude, it was like every package he offered, we were like, okay, yep, we'll take the smoke, we'll take the sparks, we'll take So
And so, how long is your honeymoon? When do you come back?
I'll be back on the 13th.
We will not
So
call
six-
you. We will not call you on your honeymoon.
I mean, I might answer.
No,
It's
don't,
worth a shot, you know.
don't.
Just me, you just hear the ocean wind in the background.
Nope, not gonna do it. It's like when Kevin was like, "Hey, I'll work when I
Yeah.
take leave for my twins." I was like, "Nope, no, you're not."
They
You
didn't
go.
do it, Reid, so
Yeah.
don't expect
We're
it.
not gonna call you. All right, buddy. We love you. Congratulations. Wish we could have been there. And you and Dr. Yarberry have a great rest of the
Life.
No, I don't say rest of the life.
Why? They're married.
Have
But-
a good life.
I hope from this moment forward, there's nothing but prosperity.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Very well
Well,
said.
thank you, man. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, see ya.
Okay. Let's call Brandon back.
Yeah, that was kind of rude.
Yeah, I ran hard on Brandon.
I mean, it was just sad because Brandon was just
Brandon, are you
like,
there?
Oh,
No way he
you
was
think
on
he's
hold that
still
whole time.
on hold?
Hey, Brandon, you still there?
How was the wedding?
No, he did.
Brandon waited on hold. Yeah.
That's dedication.
Brandon.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Reid was just calling us back. You know, we had to prioritize old Reid or new Reid, and we went with old Reid.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Okay, so what happened to you?
Oh, man. So, threw up the first time. I was like, man, I got to get out of these restricted spots. And so I pulled into another spot, opened the door, and did the same thing.
Dang.
So there's vomit spots in the garage.
Yeah. I even took pictures of them because I needed proof.
Don't send those. Yeah.
I'm sending them right now.
No. We'll pass. I'll send them only to Eddie.
No, we're good.
So, what did you eat, or do you have a stomach bug, or what's the deal?
So, figured it out. I ate old eggs. I didn't realize these eggs were expired in our refrigerator. And I'm texting my wife, and her mom's in town. She's like, wait, did he eat the ones at the bottom? Like the middle drawer? And I was like, oh, yeah. She was like, oh, yeah, we were supposed to throw those away. And so right when she said that, I was kind of like pulling off on an exit. So I went to a Chick-fil-A and went to the bathroom there, and there was somebody using the stall. As I was just standing at the urinal, like just praying he would stop so I could get in there, you know.
And how do you feel now? If it's food poisoning for me and my because I have a really weak stomach for different things, once I get it all out, I'm 93% better within like 10 minutes, unless it's like an actual bug. Where do you fall on that spectrum?
That's kind of where I'm at. I was looking it up, like if you eat old eggs, like you could have salmonella or whatever. And so I've just been like pounding water, and I actually I'm feeling better.
Okay, good. Because we're working out at 3.
Oh, I don't know if I'd encourage it. Hey, look,
It's too much.
Old Reid, what we do with him was he'd be like, I ate salmon and I threw up. But he'd say that in the middle of the workout. And I had to have a talk with him, not during a workout. And I said, hey, man, if there's ever anything that's going to keep you from working out, just don't work out. Because the last thing anybody wants to hear is anybody whining about why they're working out during the workout. I said, so if you ate bad salmon, just, hey, guys, not feeling great, not going to make it. We would never say anything. We're constantly hurt or sick or lazy or insert any of the, but to show up like Reid would, I know it's 20 minutes in, but I'd say it's some weird salmon. It had curry. And we're like, dude, why did you not work out at all? I just thought you guys would judge me if I didn't. And we're like, no, just don't whine about it. So
You sound just like Reid, man.
Yeah.
So Brandon knows he just doesn't show up, which is good. Like in the studio, I'm saying.
Absolutely. If you're sick, don't
Because
come
Reid
in.
would show up and be like, I just threw up.
I literally threw up outside the door and haven't even cleaned it up
I
yet.
just blew up the toilet.
But I'm here.
So you're still welcome to work out if you want, but do not feel like you need to or that even you should. So we'll leave that up to you.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'll see how I feel and come over if I'm feeling better, but I won't do it if I'm not.
And the rule is if you do it, you can't talk about it.
Yeah, and just do it full.
Oh, I would never talk about it.
There you
Oh.
go. All right. Okay, buddy. Feel better.
All right, have a great show, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. Man, you talk about big guests.
2 good
We
guests.
got old Reid and new Reid.
That's right. That's
Both
right.
Reids.
Back to back.
I mean, who can say they got that in their
No,
show?
I don't. Unless we fire new Reid and get a newer Reid. And we have,
The third.
The third
Reid the
Reid.
third.
dang, that's crazy. Let's take a quick break. Come back on the other side. Hey, there's a 17-year-old kid who has qualified for the U.S. Open, the literal U.S. Open, not a qualifier, because sometimes you do littler to get in the middler to get in the big. A 17-year-old high school golfer put on a performance for the ages, according to Larry Brown Sports, and ended up qualifying for the U.S. Open. Mason Howell, a junior, high school junior.
Let's go, Mason.
Jeez.
He played 36 holes in a day at a qualifying event at Piedmont Driving Club in Atlanta, Georgia. He carded 63 in both rounds for a final score of -18, landing him one of the 5 available U.S. Open spots.
Bro, let's go.
He's a 17-year-old playing in a major. His final scorecard shows 9 birdies in both rounds, no bogeys. The U.S. Open is the PGA Tour's 3rd major. How about that?
That's wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him. I'd love to just see him up on the board somewhere.
Hey, let's just try to not get cut.
Yeah.
You know, that's the goal.
Well, that's number 2 is,
Yep.
try to not get cut.
Awesome.
It'd be tough for me if I'm an amateur. If I were to make the cut, let's say I finish like 19th and you're going to make $319,000 finishing 19th, but it ruins your amateur status. I think I'd be like, I'm pro.
At that moment.
And it'd be a bad decision for $319,000 to throw away all of your
But you're also
college golf.
17.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
now I can get a PlayStation 5.
That's right.
In that moment, you
I would just do it before I even told anybody. I would just sign whatever it was to get the check.
And you'd probably get invited to play the next U.S. Open if you finish that
win
high.
it. Yeah, I think if you win it, you do get to come back. Oh. I don't know, 19th, you
no,
mean?
guaranteed if you win it for sure.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I think
I
to
don't
be
know.
invited back, there's a certain point that if you pass that, you get invited back.
That's interesting. I don't know what that number is.
So we're going pro, baby.
That would be awesome. Just to have the 2 greatest days and then get in. Would you want to,
Come on.
Eddie?
Yep.
Let's say they gave you an exemption and you get to play the U.S. Open.
Yep.
Would you go and play it? But you couldn't be like, this is Eddie that sucks. And it's on television. and you have to play from the back tees, would you go and still play it?
Yes. Yes, 100%.
You would hold it up so much.
And I'd hold it up. I'd be looking for my ball.
Well, you wouldn't need to as much because there's people
I got
everywhere.
spotters.
Yeah.
But
No, just people in the galleries.
my drive would 100% be 150 yards behind everyone else. And be like, hold on, guys. Eddie's first again.
Where's Eddie?
So you would play it though?
Oh, dude, that'd be the best 2 days of my life. 2 days, because I definitely wouldn't make the cut.
That would be crazy.
Would you do it?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because if I couldn't be the jokester and be like, yeah, I know, I think I would eventually just kind of be embarrassed.
Yeah. First couple holes would be funny, and after
Yes.
that, you're like,
Because nobody else gets to be in on the joke.
True.
If people get to be in on the joke, I'm in. Like, yep, I suck. And that's Jordan Spieth. But if they can't be, everybody would be irritated at me. All the golfers, the fans. You couldn't tell anybody that.
I know, but for the rest of your life, you say, I played the U.S. Open.
And then people would YouTube that crap.
you would go viral for sure.
I was watching game 1 of the championship series in softball. If you allow me 2 minutes, because it's wild what happened. So it's like 0-0 through 5 or whatever. And Texas Tech and Texas are playing for the championship.
Yeah.
First time Oklahoma hasn't won it in 5 years. First time they haven't even been in the championship game. It's crazy. So Texas Tech has a pitcher that's paid $1 million.
Mhm.
We talked about her.
Yes.
First $1 million athlete in softball. She is dominating. It's 0-0. Texas ends up giving up a run to Texas Tech in like the 6th. I'm a little loose with this. It goes down to the final inning, and Texas ends up winning the game. But they won because Texas Tech was intentionally walking somebody, and she couldn't intentionally walk her right.
Was this the same pitcher?
Yeah.
Or were they?
Yeah, it's like she's so good she couldn't throw a ball.
No
Wow.
way.
So the catcher intentionally would get up, but still stay behind the plate, and they would throw the pitches high instead of like in baseball.
Off
The,
the
the
side,
catcher
go
puts his
outside.
arm out
Yep.
to give the pitcher something to aim to, and then as they throw, they scoot out and they catch it out there.
And they can't do that in softball?
And last night, she just stood up tall and she threw the first one and intentional, and it was high, and she let it go.
Okay.
You see the wheel start to turn. She rips it. Maybe not the next one, but the one after that, she gets a base hit, wins the game
Oh, no.
on
Wow.
on an intentional walk pitch.
Was it also a high pitch?
Yeah,
Okay, so
but
she
it
just
wasn't.
reached
But
up
no. Yes, but no. She stood up and it was a little higher, but it was a little lower than it should have been, even if
Wow.
you're throwing it high.
Right. Wow.
Did you see the pitch, Casey?
No, I haven't. No.
It was almost a strike. And she noticed it was happening and that these intentional pitches weren't as far outside or as high as they should be. Kevin, if you watch it,
Yeah, I got
you're
to
going to go, wow, that was so close to the strike zone.
gotta watch this ad first. Sorry.
That's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Hang
So, and that's
Real good.
all the softball talk I'll do.
on. But where are we now? Are they?
1-0. It's a best of 3 series for the championship.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Texas has lost 2 times in the last few years to
Dang.
Oklahoma.
There's only 1-0 too.
It was only 1-0. Watch her hit
Here
the
she
ball.
goes. Okay. They just showed one. So here's, and it really wasn't that high. The first one.
Right, but the catcher did stand up, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that high.
Yeah. I think the hitter like knew right then, like, oh,
oh, yeah,
maybe I have a shot
at this.
here. Oh yeah, and then the girl. Okay. Oh, second one. That's right at her letters, man.
Dude, it is.
Right at her letters.
It's
And
like
she's-
borderline. It could be it might
So
be
it's
a
high,
slight
but
ball, but it's high, but it is
hittable.
right there.
Man, why did she not just pitch outside? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
Texas
It might
Tech
be a
enough.
rule. Yeah.
Third one. There was a third one. That was the highest one so far.
Okay.
That was up and out. Definitely a ball. So she got to the fourth. Here's the fourth one coming. Oh my God. It was a grounder too.
Right to like through short.
Wow.
Like between short and third, I think.
Yep, exactly.
Dang.
Dang.
Like she pulled it between short and third.
That's crazy.
I thought for sure she hit like a line drive or something in the gap. No, she was a grounder.
Mhm.
And the girl
But I'm
stole
telling
second.
you, the girls in the infield are like we're intentionally walking.
Yeah,
her.
so they're
Yeah,
not
so
they're
they
not.
didn't pay
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah.
Why would
Wow.
you be down ready? And they were kind of ready, but you're intentionally walking someone. They're not gonna hit the ball. It's crazy, huh?
Dang. That hurts.
That
It's the
hurts.
best of 3, right?
It is best
Yeah.
of 3.
But that's like a blow. I mean,
So they'll play again today.
how do you recover from that?
That's
I
like game one
pray
Knicks.
Texas Tech wins.
Yeah.
Please, Texas Tech.
Oh,
win
because
this
you don't
one.
like Texas.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I hate Texas.
No, we remember.
Never heard of
Really?
it.
Yeah, like I couldn't root any harder for Texas Tech. I don't dislike Texas Tech. I don't like Texas Tech, but I don't dislike them. I don't have a relationship with them. It's how people feel about Arkansas. Like we don't win enough to
Yeah.
annoy people. Texas Tech doesn't win enough to annoy people.
Sure.
But they don't lose all the time either, so you don't feel sorry for them. It's not like remove the last couple of years. It's not like Vanderbilt football. or even Kentucky football before the last couple of years before Stoops got over there and made it a respectable program.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there you go. Crazy way to end the
That
game.
sucks.
Yeah, so I watched it up until almost all of it up until Tech scored their run because there was a whole interference play too, which Tech got lucky on the call, although they did review it, like obstruction. And then I turned it off because I'm like, oh, this is over. She doesn't give up runs.
Oh no.
And then I see Texas score 2 runs and I pop it on and just watch the highlights. And that's exactly what happened.
That's brutal.
There's recommended ages for men to stop doing specific things. Would you like to hear them?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a recommendation though. We don't have to do anything.
I'll give you what it is, and you tell me what you, Eddie, the age you think it should happen.
Love it.
Okay. So at Alpha M, they compiled a list of some of these very things, and they've attached an age where it's time the guy stops doing it. Number 1, living with your parents.
Oh.
Or should I just say what year did you stop? Did you
Oh,
stop
no,
doing
we
it?
don't
I
wanna
say
do
we do
that.
that.
We don't want to do that.
Because then it's him not playing a character or what he thinks is the best
It's
version.
not a character. It's what I think.
No, you do you. Living with your parents. When did you stop living with your parents?
Age 22.
You moved out at 22?
Yeah, I went to college when I was 22. Because I went to the local college first, stayed in town, lived with my parents.
When did you move out?
Wait, for 4 years you were at community college?
Yes, 4 years.
And then you went to university?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I was working. I was doing job at the news station, going to school half part-time.
Okay.
Did that for 4 years, then finished 2 years at Sam Houston State.
So you did 6 years of college?
Yeah, man, 6 years.
So you lived there
And I'm
until
not a doctor.
24?
Yeah, did I say 20? I said 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you graduated high school at
18,
18.
19, 20, 20. Yeah, I went to college 22.
But you just said you did 6 years of college.
Yes.
That would be 24 if you spent all 6 years
I
at home.
graduate. Well, yeah. Yeah. So I
So
guess
you lived at home until 24. We had to
24 years old. Yeah, I lived at home until I was 24. But I mean, my parents were very cool.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying you tried to get away with one there.
Yeah, 24. No, I just forgot, dude. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
How long did you live at home?
I was 23 when I got back from college.
1 year.
But I'm not
Look at him
lying here.
judging you.
I went to community college for 3
I
years.
wasn't lying. I was trying to remember.
Yeah, and then I went to university and came back and lived on my own.
I was 17.
Dang.
Yeah, you had to go.
You got to go. Got to get started.
Didn't you tell did you say like,
They didn't know where I was going to college till the day before I left.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, guys, I'm going to college. And,
He just walked out the door.
and yeah, my mom was like, really? I was like, yeah. I said, I'm going, I'll be living like 2 hours away. All right, cool. When are you leaving? Tomorrow. Okay.
it's crazy.
Man.
And that was it.
That's like Rudy.
Packed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I had like 3 things. Packed up a few clothes and
Yeah.
went and lived in the dorm.
That's crazy.
Nice.
25, they say.
Oh.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Recommended age, you got to stop doing.
So we're all in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That 25 seems old for that.
It is, man. I want all my kids out, 18, done.
But like, do you count? I know plenty of people that moved out at say 18, 19, 20 and then moved back in maybe when they were 22, 23 for a couple of years because they're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this actually.
I think that's fine because you have intentions of doing it yourself. And if there's a struggle and you need assistance, I think it's okay to move back home and,
Okay.
and receive assistance from your parents.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if you stay for more than a couple years, it's no longer assistance. That's just you enjoying the stability.
And I wonder if the parents like that. Like, I know parents like to have their kids around, but move back in? I don't think so.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't want my kids moving back in.
Until they're all gone, dude.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
And I might change. Yeah,
and maybe
you're right.
some of them you want to move back in, some of them you want to be gone.
That's a good point, too.
And it's not because you love them any more or less, but
Some are just easier than others.
yeah, 25 unless you're attending school, caring for your parents, or another valid reason. Taking money from your parents. At what age did you stop doing that fully? Eddie?
Ooh.
40.
Now remember, I know a lot about you.
I know you do.
So I'm gonna
46.
have to call you out.
I know a
Well,
lot about you.
Taking money. What do you define taking money?
Any help at all? Any assistance from your parents? at
So,
all?
like, if my dad gave me his car,
That would count as. But if he gave
But-
it to, if he
but
gave
I-
it to you just once, the last thing he gave you would count as that. If it were like a lump gift, like a gift give.
but I was paying on the car, so I took over the payments. But he gave me the car, so,
So I'd
that's
say
assistance.
but I would say that's a lump gift. That since you are going to pay, that lump gift is when he gives you the car, not the entire duration of having the car,
I like
because
it.
then you're paying on it.
I like it. When did we move here?
13.
Okay, and so yeah, 2013. I'd say a year after we moved here. That's when I cut.
So
No more.
around age 35.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah, last year when I bought my house, they helped me with down payment.
How old are you?
34, so I was 33 at the time.
You're edging Eddie on all these.
Yeah.
Just barely.
What's up, Eddie?
Me,
It's weird.
14
Oh man.
or so.
This makes me feel like a spoiled child.
No, you guys are good.
But you would have taken it if it was available for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course. I'm not hating on anybody for taking it. You are your environment. Yeah. I wish I had it. I'm resentful that I didn't.
Question for Kevin: did you ask for it, or was it given to you?
No, they gave it to me.
Yeah.
They said, like, we've been saving for this. Like, we've wanted to do this.
Here's one that I will not look that good. Video games.
I mean, when did you stop playing them?
This morning, and I haven't stopped.
This
I mean,
morning.
that's mostly
Yeah.
the last time I played was this morning. Now it doesn't matter what I don't do because it's the same. If you play, you play. I don't get online and play with people I don't know. I don't even play online at all right now. I do have PGA. I've been playing that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I do if I wake up at 2 a.m. It's my separator, like to get my brain to stop, being crazy.
So
But
there's a difference though. Like you're a gamer.
yeah, I play PlayStation.
Yeah, you're a gamer.
I played 3 games, mostly one game, which is football. So either
Madden or college?
well, it depends. This last year was all college, no Madden, but it's been Madden in the past. I got on a big 2K kick
Oh yeah.
in the last couple of months. Played no football. Just fired up PGA because I'm bored with basketball. Because basketball's over too. I mean, it's a finals.
Yeah,
but-
but
we're
pretty
pretty much
much.
we're pretty
Yeah,
much done.
yeah.
Football, I'm ready for football.
Yeah. Video games. So still currently. Eddie,
Yeah.
you?
I mean, I played my son last week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Kevin?
I don't know. Maybe 10 years ago.
So what's your age?
34.
They say
So,
24 is about the time you should stop.
There we go.
Nailed it.
There we go.
But I think that's unfair because I think gaming has turned from just playing Atari and Donkey Kong for just recreational to people actually can make a career off this if you're good at it.
You're making a career out of it.
I know-
I'm not. But
I know somebody that plays for
I'm
the-
an idiot. I'm a dope. I'm somebody they're talking to. I'm a dope.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
He plays for the Nets team. They have like a team.
Yeah, they draft real players. and
Yeah.
play-
And he flies back there for the season and plays and gets paid a bunch of money.
Well, there's a period where I couldn't play because I had a family, like a family and.
You still have a family.
No, but I can play with my kids though.
I know, but
You know what I mean?
But even then,
with
when we-
babies, like Kevin can't play with his babies.
I remind you, I know too much about you. Because there was a time when Eddie had babies and you'd hear a baby crying in the background. I'd be like, hold on, pause it.
I was
Yeah,
holding
you literally just said last week.
Yes, he'd say pause it. And or he'd play holding the baby. Like he'd have the baby on him. And he'd
Dang.
do
Oh,
two
that was my
arms.
thing.
Yeah.
I'd hold the baby right
That
there
takes
with a
skill,
controller.
man.
Right
Yeah,
there.
so there really wasn't an era of no playing,
You're right.
just strategically different playing.
You're right.
Okay. Partying.
Define partying.
Yeah.
It says to be clear, everybody loves a good party, but the days of making it an every other weekend type thing should probably be done by the time you're blank. I'll give you their age, but when did you stop partying?
Oof.
So let's say twice a month, drinking more than 4 beers in a setting.
I mean, partying, dude. When we'd hit the road, I would party. I would say I stopped at 440. 40.
3 weeks ago when I had the kids.
Yeah.
But you're not
And that's
done.
just for
You're-
now.
you're
No, I'm not done. I'm ready to go.
You're like
again.
me with video games this morning. Yeah. For me, the day I was infant,
Never.
day I was born.
Came
Yeah.
out the womb.
Financial responsibility, that's kind of a different one. Hooking up. We're all married.
When should you stop hooking up?
Let's not do that.
Okay, here's one I'm not going to fare well at.
Come on.
Dressing like a teenager.
Okay. I think you should like jerseys and stuff. Like,
As I have one on. To be fair, I put this on for this specifically.
your
but
hat sideways.
Yeah,
and everything.
go ahead.
I say you. When did I stop doing it?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I dressed not like a teenager, like ever really. So, I would say 25.
Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, maybe late 20s, 30. But then you don't really start until you get a female in your life that tells you like, hey, this is a good way to dress. Then you're like, okay.
Agree.
But I don't know if I was dressing like a teenager before, but I definitely am dressing better now.
I think that's probably a better way to describe it. Like immaturely dressing
Yeah.
instead of like a teenager.
Yeah.
Because I don't dress like a teenager, but it's like I have a job in the creative world and I wear what works in that space.
Sure.
I definitely have a uniform-ish now, but I used to just wear hoodies and pajamas and whatever I wanted because I never had to do anything else.
And what age was that?
Well, yesterday. I mean, a bit. I still can. There's no judgment on what I wear because
Yeah.
I work in a creative space. So yeah, that one I lose on big time.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do one more. Waiting for the perfect timing.
What does that mean?
It's like, when did you decide, there really isn't a perfect timing for anything. Let's just go and do it.
You insinuating like a marriage?
Marriage, have a kid, make a big job choice.
The kid wasn't really planned. I think
A lot aren't.
the wedding for me was it. I got married at 29. Yeah, 28, 29.
That's what you'd say.
So that's my age,
you.
where I was just like, yeah.
You, Kevin?
When I moved to Nashville 4 years ago, when I was just like, oh, I can wait until this and this, and my money's right and this and that. And I was like, you know what? Dropped everything and left and came here.
Yeah, it's a weird question. I don't think I ever waited for the perfect timing. There were things I thought would never happen. I never thought I would get married. Just because I never saw like a successful marriage. Like I didn't have a model of that growing up. And then I never just met anybody. I was like, I'm not sacrificing anything for these broads, as
Some people
our uncles would say. Yeah.
Broad.
Yeah. So never in my mind until I met my wife did I think that there would be a human that would make me at least want to sacrifice part of what I was doing professionally for that other human. So I never waited. I just never thought it would happen. So I was like, I'll never get married. And I didn't think I would ever have a kid. And we're not waiting for any perfect timing for that either. We'll eventually have kids, but I don't know that I've ever waited on timing for anything. Because I've always felt like I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, even as a kid. And it's like, wah. But I always felt like the world was completely bendable, and I was 2 good decisions away from something awesome happening. 2 good strategic decisions and a bunch of healthy choices away from something awesome happening.
Wow, that's cool.
And so, yeah, perfect timing, not my thing, because I always felt like I could be quicker than even the timing told me on the positive side of it, more than if you wait too long, You ever see Idiocracy?
No.
So Idiocracy,
Is that a movie or a show?
Yeah, it's a Mike Judge movie. And the whole point of Idiocracy is all the idiots are having a million kids, and all the people that are waiting for the perfect timing, like the really educated, worldly people, like, we're going to wait till the perfect moment. But what happens is, because there are so many idiots having all these idiotic kids, they end up taking over the world. And all the really educational, there's like four educated children
That's so
because
funny.
everybody waited for perfect timing.
That's
Got a great
funny.
cast.
Yeah, super famous. The movie,
Yeah.
Concept is awesome.
Mike Judge is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for playing along, guys.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks for putting us on Front Street.
I put myself there.
Yeah, all of us.
Shaq revealed his NBA all-time GOAT list. Before I read you his, just give me your top 3 NBA players of all time, Eddie.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant.
Kevin?
Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Steph Curry.
Michael Jordan's not in your top 3?
Well, I'm too young. I don't remember
But it
him.
doesn't
I remember
matter,
him as a
like-
wizard. Yeah,
You don't
but
have to remember him. Like,
Like,
if you said name 10 the great
Oh.
baseball players, I'd put Babe Ruth in
Babe Ruth,
there.
we weren't
okay,
there.
okay. I thought you meant like of our lifetime. I
no,
guess.
just in
Okay.
general.
Oh,
Like,
then yes.
who's the greatest ever? Go.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. No, Michael Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron.
I would go LeBron, Jordan, Kobe.
Oh, so we all had the same 3.
Same 3, different order.
Yeah.
Here's Shaq's. 1, Michael Jordan.
That's interesting because he's always argued for Kobe. Like
Sha-
clips that I've seen, he's always just like Kobe.
All-time list?
Yeah, I've seen
Huh.
him actually say that.
He has Michael Jordan at 1, Kobe at 2,
Well, there you go.
3, LeBron. Who would you guys put it for?
I'd say Kareem.
Larry Bird.
Yeah, Magic. I like
At
Magic.
this point, I think there's a Steph argument.
I mean, there is. Yeah.
He has won 4 titles. He did change how basketball is played, even if you're annoyed with all the 3-pointers. Like, he changed it.
Agreed.
Steph is the guy. Magic Johnson, he has his 4. Bill Russell at 5. Wilt, Bird, Hakeem, Duncan, Julius Erving.
Duncan's in there. That's awesome.
Mm.
He didn't put himself in there. Interesting.
He starts his list saying he put himself at number 10, but then he removed himself when making the list.
Okay, got it.
But even at
Noble.
10,
Even at 10, I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
yeah. I'm surprised he didn't put himself at like 3 or maybe 4.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to think about it, I think Shaq is the top 5
I
player
was
of all
gonna
time.
say, yeah. How does? Yeah.
I think Shaq is maybe 4. Him and Steph, I think, are in that same, like, next up to being the greatest. They're not the greatest because that, I think we all can agree it's Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe in whatever order you want to put it in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's that second tier, and I think Shaq is in the second tier. And so is Steph, and so is Kareem, and so is
Magic Bird.
Akeem and
Magic,
Magic and
yeah.
Bird. Yeah, that's that second tier, not God tier, but A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, let's take a break real quick. All right, I have a game for you guys. Who's seen the game? Have you seen the game, Kevin?
No.
Mike, I said don't show Kevin, right?
Yeah, no one's seen it.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
So I will read you a quote, and you tell me who said it.
No, great.
Is it an athlete, or it could be anybody?
It's everything is in sports.
Okay.
I have 7 of these. I need you to tell me exactly who said it.
Are we writing down?
Yeah, you're going to need to. Round 1. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Oh, I mean, how specific do we need
I need
to be?
to know the name of the person that said it.
Oh my gosh. Dude. I'm in. This is stupid.
Kevin, you in?
I have a face in my mind, but I can't think of a name.
If you have no name written down, there's no opportunity to get a point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm ready.
Casey, you in?
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin, your answer?
David Hasselhoff.
Ah, classic Baywatch. Would lifeguarding be a sport?
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, of
No,
course.
that's
You're
not
a
a sport.
swimmer, man.
That's not a sport. Swimming would be, but lifeguarding, no. Casey?
I'm going to go Vince Lombardi.
Eddie?
It's Kyle Chandler, but he's coach. I don't know his name, so I wrote down McCringleberry.
Ah, classic Coach McCringleberry.
What's his name?
The
Coach?
greatest Christmas time coach of all. Coach Taylor, Friday Night
Coach
Lights.
Taylor. God.
Coach Taylor, Friday Night Lights.
I saw that dude in a bathroom at a movie theater. Kyle Chandler.
Did you say what up?
Yeah, I did. It was just a moment where I just like forgot that he doesn't know me.
What up,
And
Coach McCringleberry? Said that?
and I know I don't know him, but like I've seen the show, so I was just like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "Hey, okay, good to see you."
Next up, who said it? I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Ready.
Yeah.
Write your answers down.
Gotta write it down.
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Casey?
Mr. Marshawn Lynch.
Eddie?
Marshawn Lynch.
Kevin?
Yep, beast mode, Marshawn.
Good.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Nice.
Legendary.
Next up, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. That's why I succeed.
I'm in.
I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
Kevin?
Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, you're thinking of the Michael Scott quote. That's a quote of Wayne Gretzky's quote. You miss every shot you don't take.
I know that there's two.
That's what
different
you're
ones.
thinking of.
Oh,
it's not
okay.
Wayne Gretzky. That's Wayne Gretzky.
So it is.
Yeah.
Okay, then I know who it is.
Casey?
I'm going to go with Kobe Bryant.
Also incorrect. Eddie?
I put Kobe down.
Incorrect. Michael Jordan.
I was gonna say Michael. I knew it was Michael or Wayne.
One of the two.
Yeah, not Michael Scott though.
Next up, a team is something you belong to, something you feel, something you have to earn.
Let's just see what sticks. I'm
Very
in.
famous quote. A team is something you belong to, something you feel, something you earn. Let me know when you're in.
I'm in.
Oh man.
I guess I'm in.
One more time. A team is something you belong to.
A team is something you belong to, something you feel, something you have to earn.
Oh, I like that. Did you say it like they say it?
No, if I were saying it like that, I would go, a team is something you belong to, something you feel, something you have to earn.
Good. That makes me feel
I'm
better.
ready.
Kevin?
Kurt Russell.
What? Wait, you want like the
From Miracle,
character, right?
from
Like
Miracle.
I
not
want the person who said it. Casey?
I was going to say Al Pacino from Any Given Sunday.
I would need Al Pacino's name in the movie, though.
all right.
Eddie?
Right. That's why it's Vince Lombardi.
Oh,
the
no,
greatest
it's
coach
actually Coach Gordon Bombay. from the Mighty
Is
Ducks.
it?
Ah,
Played by Emilio Estevez.
See how? Okay, I had the right sport at least.
There's no at least, and there's no I was gonna say. Those are my pet peeves. Like when you miss it, like, well, I was gonna say this instead.
Half a point. Yeah.
Next up, I don't play defense. I let the other guys tire themselves out. I don't play defense. I let the other guys tire themselves out.
I'm in.
Me too.
Could you say it like he says it?
I don't play defense. I let the other guys tire themselves out.
Dang, I'm wrong then.
I know. That got me thinking too.
Kevin?
I don't know why. I'm going J.R. Smith.
I
Casey?
thought Lawrence Taylor, but now I'm thinking Mr. T after hearing
I pity the fool.
Eddie?
I had Dick Butkus.
Oh, no, it's Patches O'Houlihan from Dodgeball.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
goodness.
Dodgeball coach, you know, he comes in. You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a... Okay. I'm not worried about the pressure. Pressure is something you feel when you don't know what you're doing.
I'm ready.
I'm in.
Yeah, me too.
Casey?
I'm gonna go Brady.
Kevin?
Larry Bird.
Eddie?
Kobe.
Chuck Noll.
Horrible, man.
One more?
Chuck Noll, the
Okay.
coach.
Yeah. One more. Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Can you say it like he says it?
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
I'm ready.
And the origin, that is Latin.
I'm in.
I guess I'm in.
Casey?
Phil Jackson.
Big guess.
Solid guess. Kevin?
Tom Brady.
You just going with your boyfriend every time?
And that's the only time I've said him.
You're the boyfriend?
Yeah. Eddie?
I put Kevin Garnett.
It's Herb Brooks, played by Kurt Russell in Miracle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's so dumb.
Did anybody get any of them right?
We all got the same one.
Marshawn. So we tied. We all gotta make out now.
Wait, no, you've added your rules to this, so we
that's
didn't.
how it goes.
We didn't agree to that.
Come on, Casey.
But I
Come
do
on,
agree
Kevin.
now. I do agree now. So the Pacers and Thunder. This is, and I do think the ratings will be better than what everybody's saying they're going to be as far as bad. I think all the talk about how bad they are is helping them actually be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be interesting. Do you see where the plane, the Pacers,
Oh no.
maybe the Thunder's plane, whatever, they were going through a storm and had to turn around?
Really?
Yeah, they're very close to each other. There's like Missouri that separates them.
Right,
That's it.
yeah.
They could take a bus if they really
Yeah, and they were
wanted to.
flying, and the storm was so bad they had to like
Oh dang.
turn around. Yeah. So it's the first time that two markets outside the top 20 in size have met since 1971.
That's awesome.
I do think that all of the attention at There Will Be No Attention is creating more attention. And I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a fun series.
I
And
think
then
so, too.
Halliburton's dad's not allowed, right? Did get
Isn't he
banned?
allowed back now?
Yeah,
He was allowed in the suites. in
Yeah, I think he's
Pacers
allowed
games, but
back.
Oh, so he can't get into the lower level?
I think
No.
the one rule they've put on him is no punching other players.
That's
a good one.
Yeah,
rule.
that's
It's a
the
good one to
rule.
follow.
He was allowed to not be on the floor
Mm.
or on the court, but in a suite only.
Okay.
So yeah, there you have it. LeBron reveals the biggest problem with youth sports today. I'll ask you, Eddie. You have kids in youth
Oh,
sports.
dude.
What's the biggest problem?
The parents and their expectations for their kids. I think they put too much pressure on their kids. When really the kids, I think more than half of the kids don't even really want to play youth sports at the level that they play.
That's interesting. That's where you go with parents. I thought you would say parents because they won't shut up, like screaming at the refs or the umps or the kids and fighting with each other.
That happens too,
Yeah.
but I think that that gets regulated. You know, like nothing really escalates to anything when that happens. Yes, are parents verbal? Like say, like I was talking to a ref the other day, and I was like, "How are the parents today?" Actually, the parents are pretty good today. You know, certain tournaments the parents are really bad, but today was pretty tamed.
LeBron says from the Mind the Game podcast, he says that it's too many kids, and it could be parent-based, but too many kids are focused on one sport all year round, and they get burned out because it's all one sport all the time. That when he was in school, I mean, LeBron was like the number one football player in Ohio as well. So that he played all the sports. And so you even hear coaches, we've talked to coaches at a high level that want kids to play all the sports because you actually learn a lot of skills in the other sports. But yeah, his thing, that could be also attributed to the parents too, at making a kid just do one sport. Or only allowing a kid to just do one sport.
The only reason we've ever done that is because we have 4 kids and we're already divide and conquer. Where like my wife takes 2 kids to one practice. I'll take another kid to practice, and it's too much. And so if we're going to be doing multiple sports all year, some of those sports overlap.
So they get penalized for having siblings?
No, so I tell them like pick your 2 top sports, and that's what we're going to do. And they all nixed baseball. Except the baby. The little one still plays baseball, but the other 2 were like, oh, we don't need baseball. So they do football and basketball.
I think it's fine.
Or else, like if we only had 2 kids.
Nobody even asked about an or else.
Yeah, we were gonna move on. No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
We just thought about this so much. If we had 2 kids, like you can do 3 sports, you can do 4 sports. You want to do hockey, fine. But we have 4 kids, and it's just too chaotic for us.
How'd you feel about the Knicks firing Thibodeau, Casey?
You know, I mean, it was a little shocking, but honestly, I feel like, Thibodeau just seems like the kind of guy that can get, he's a culture changer, and he can kind of take your team to a new height and get you into the postseason. But I think this Indiana series was a big indicator of that. This 5-man thing, this 5-man starter thing with no bench at all and not starting any bench players. It just doesn't work. I mean, Indiana's depth was just too much for the Knicks to handle, and then. In games 3 and 4, Tibbs is starting to throw in some of our bench players like Landry Shamet, who like never played at all, and stuff like that. And I think it just really showed that he's just too stubborn, and he just kind of is a stickler of his ways. And I think if the Knicks and Leon Rose said this when he became the president of basketball operations, that he's here to win a championship, not just to be good. So we had to make a change.
It's weird to be Thibodeau and reach a new height. And then be fired after you reached a new height. It does seem to me, again, I'm from 10,000 feet. Because you can look at Thibodeau with the Bulls or with Minnesota.
Towns got him fired twice.
Yeah, that's a fuse, though, right? Eventually the fuse burns out. You only have, when you have a personality like that, that seems to work for a bit, and then it doesn't anymore. It's just odd that he takes the Knicks back to a place that they really rarely have been in our lifetime even. Yeah. They haven't won a championship in our lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, New York radio is definitely divided on it, but I think more people are now leaning towards, that it needed to happen. He had to rip the Band-Aid off. So now we're looking at this guy, Johnny Bryant, who is like the assistant coach.
Hire Brunson's dad, dude.
Yeah, Ricky. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting coaching search. I saw that Rick Pitino was getting interviewed, and he was like, I want no part in that. So
he lives there already.
Yeah,
he's a fan,
but he doesn't want all the smoke, I guess.
What about all the Nova guys? Jay Wright.
I know Jay Wright too. I know some people were saying him too, but I feel like he wouldn't want it either. I don't think he's got a good gig going.
What about Chalamet?
Timothy,
Spike Lee,
Ben Stiller,
Spike Lee,
Ben Stiller,
great coaching staff.
Kylie Jenner,
yeah. Great 3-point range game.
All will be perfect.
Yeah.
Eddie, how's your kids' basketball team? You're coaching them now.
Yeah, we had our first doubleheader.
I expect 30-point wins every game. You said you were stacked.
Yeah. We are so stacked, and I expected the same thing. In our first game, we got slaughtered. I mean, it was
really.
At one point, it was a 35-point game.
Oh,
and in the half, and I'm like, this is not good.
Why? What was happening?
So I was under the understanding that the way 6-year-olds play is they play wristbands, right? So like they all have different color wristbands, and your red covers their red. And that's just how it goes. Like it's training purposes for kids that really don't know too much about basketball. Like you just play defense on your color. You cannot play defense on any of the other color kids. So the other team wasn't playing like that, and the refs weren't calling it like that. And
so were they just matching up then? The coach was like, hey, you match up on this kid, you match up on this kid?
Honestly,
or were they playing zone or what?
They were just playing whoever has the ball, swarm them.
Oh, and hey, nonstop blitz.
It did nonstop press, like full team press. And I'm like, I tell the ref, I'm like, hey, what's the point of the wristbands? He's like, I think it's so they know who they're guarding, but who cares, dude?
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, we're going to play Who Cares? Got it. And so at that point, we played Who Cares too. So we scored like 10, 12 more points. It was a little closer, but we still got slaughtered. That was the first game. Second game,
Who cares?
dude, I went, boys, we're playing who cares defense.
Got it.
Nice.
Whoever has the ball, that's not their ball. That's your ball. And then one of the kids looks at me and says, Coach, are you saying steal the ball? And I'm saying, that ball is yours. You grab it and you take it to the hoop and score. That's all they needed to hear, dude. And that second game, we dominated.
Dude, I would run through a wall for you, man. That
they
was awesome.
dominated.
So would you have 5 men going at the ball?
I mean, no, because I don't want to leave a good player open under the hoop. So I'd say like 3 of you guys swarm the ball, 2 stay back.
But would it be a designated 2?
I ran a 3-2 defense.
Got it. So the 2 that are playing, like we'll call them the 4 and the 5.
Yeah.
They stayed back.
They stayed back to guard the
Can you
hoop.
play zone in your league?
Dude, I'm telling you, these refs were like, do whatever you want. And then one of them's like, dude, I'm a Cowboys fan. I love your hat. And I said, dude, it's our year. Yeah. And he winked at me. He's like, do whatever you want. I'm like, you got it.
Dang.
Maybe you find out who the ref is, look on their Instagram, see who their team is, wear that hat every week.
Yeah.
So you think now that you understand how the games are being played, you'll be able to play as well. Could you beat the first
Correct.
team if you'd have known who cares?
Yes. I think we could have because the team we beat the first team.
So do you have them ready for both? Because the league might end up switching back. If enough parents complain on who cares, you may have to go back to wristbands. So are they ready both ways?
No, well, I mean, I think what my plan's going to be is, yes, we'll get ready both ways, but I think I'm going to get there a game early, watch who the refs are, how
Right.
they're reffing,
Yeah.
and then that'll be the game plan.
So you will have them ready.
Oh, yeah, we'll be ready.
If it's wristband or if it's who cares.
And another thing too is they were screening. Like the kids, it's 6-year-old basketball screens are not allowed. Every single time we've done, I have 4 boys. They've all played 6-year-old basketball. Screens are not allowed. Dude, these guys were allowing everything. So guess what we're doing Sunday at practice? We're learning screens.
Pocket knives. Oh, screens. Yeah. Screens. Yeah. Dang, 101.
But dude, when I told the kids like this is the one time that you can steal, and you tell your parents that no stealing candy at the store. Don't steal anything. Don't steal someone's wallet. But that ball today is yours.
I don't think he needed to do the whole don't steal the wallet.
Well,
I think he
because-
just could have said,
No, because I think they were confused, dude. They were like, so you're telling us it's okay to steal?
I don't think so. I think they know there's a difference in like stealing, right?
Well,
I've legit never thought about that until
like, yeah, I didn't think about it either, but really they're taught their whole lives not to steal. And I'm like, no. Today,
their whole life.
you are stealing.
They're probably also taught not to block people walking through. But
Right.
you can block a shot.
Yes. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
so I have
yeah.
to spell it out for them.
Well, we're rooting for you guys, man.
Dude, I think from here on out,
You
we're
guys on
undefeated.
ESPN Plus? They show everything.
Yeah.
Any chance?
ESPN Ocho.
All right, we're done. Thank you guys for being here. We hope you go and you subscribe to 25 Whistles. If you're hearing this on the Bobby Bones Show feed, it would help us tremendously if you subscribed on the 25 Whistles feed. That's it for now. We'll see you guys early next week. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And goodbye, everybody. And go Arkansas baseball and go
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder and keep winning Cubs.
That's the parlay.
Yeah, just really right now, I'm focused on 2 things. Thunder and Arkansas baseball.
Yeah, Cubs have got time.
Arkansas baseball could lose it by the time we're back. So first Arkansas baseball, then
Yes.
Thunder.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. Blow it, Eddie. Bye, everybody.